Hello everyone, Black Friday is upon us yet again. So I thought I'd share with you this year, it's the first time I've done this, just some of the things that I've come across that I think are actually really good deals, some things to maybe look out for that you might not have seen elsewhere, and some of the reasons as to what I'm looking for when I'm looking for a deal when it comes to audio and music technology. Now, I won't be providing you with any affiliate links or anything like that. This is just purely the cool stuff that I found that I think is worth checking out. So I'm not going to ramble on. Let's just get straight in and let's have a look at the first ones that I've come across. So the first one being SoundToys. Now, I'm a big SoundToys fan and I don't actually have too many plugins installed these days. SoundToys is one that I definitely do have. I've really enjoyed these guys for a number of years. Now, they are doing 60% off SoundToys 5 at the minute, and also 60% off SoundToys 5 Academic, which is much cheaper. So Academic is, I believe, for anyone in education, whether you're a teacher or a student. So check that out. It's always worth checking a lot of these websites when you're buying software, because they often do provide an extra discount on top of the sale price for anyone in education. All you usually have to do is send them your credentials and prove that you're a student or an academic teacher, and you get your discount. Now, as I say, I've been a big fan of these for a number of years, and I love the Decapitator. Echo Boy is so vibey in terms of, it's probably my favorite delay. I will say that in terms of all the plugins out there, and that's just because it's got so many kind of things you can do with the saturation, and you can make it wobbly, and it's got some elements within it that you unless you look for it, you don't really know that they're there. There's like these extra parameters that you can get to. And then recently they have added, which they didn't have for a long time, they didn't really have any reverb, so they've now added this super plate, which for me really kind of finalizes their bundle, because they had distortions, they had phasing, they had the crazy crystallizer, they kind of had preampy kind of stuff, the filtering stuff, you name it, the pitch shifting, it was all there except for reverb, and it's there now. So definitely worth checking this out, because it is a complete bundle as far as I'm concerned. It covers so many areas of things that you need when you're making music. Not only that, they just sound absolutely fantastic. I don't know what these guys do, but they have just absolutely nailed their kind of coding or whatever it is that they're doing. It's absolutely fantastic. So you can get the whole complete package, SoundToys 5, for $199. That's down from $500, or just underneath at the moment. And the academic one is now down to $99, down from $249. Bargain. Now the next one, probably loads of people have spoken about this one. This is Artoria, and I would always say, if you have got bundles that you've already purchased, whether they're Artoria, whether they're SoundToys, whatever you've got, always log into your account and have a look and see if you've got any kind of special offers for upgrades. So if you're on version 4 and there's an upgrade for version 5, usually you get that at a discounted price. And then with Black Friday, you usually then get a little bit extra off on top. So it's always worth checking, log into your accounts, see what's available to you, and see if you can capitalize on even more savings. Now at the minute, Artoria's got 50% off anyway of their flagship software, so you can get the V Collection X, that's like the whole lot, the whole shebang, for €299. That's down from €600, or just the effects collection. Now the effects collection are brilliant, the kind of reverbs, the filters and the delays and all that, really cool. $249 for that, sorry, euros for that. And Pigments, absolutely fantastic. Keep an eye out. I've just actually done a preset bank for Artoria for Pigments. That is now down to €99. It's an absolutely fantastic and capable synthesizer. You've got granular in there. You've got kind of samples that you can load into it, and wavetables and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. But go check out. There's so much that they are offering. I don't know if they're offering anything from their controllers. Let's just have a quick look. Doesn't look like it. So no, it looks like all of the hardware, by the looks of it, for Artoria, yeah, it looks like they're all full price at the moment, but never mind. So definitely go check out Artoria. I use them quite a lot. Now next up is Waves. I've got a handful of Wave plugins that I use, like the L2 and I think the LC multiband limiter compressor kind of thing. You know, I like them. I've used them for many years, and they're kind of, I haven't really found anything to replace them. The thing about Wave stuff is that once you've bought them, you do have to pay again if your operating system changes. As far as I remember, anyway, I believe that's accurate. So in the past, I've been a bit surprised by that. I've bought some plugins, I've gone to use it, I've updated my OS, and they don't work. So I think I'll just download the new installer, when in fact you would then have to buy it again because they've been, well, I guess kind of re-scripted or whatever, recoded to work with the new OS that you're working with. So you kind of have to pay for that again. I might have got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was my experience. There's 3, at the minute they're doing 3 plugins for like $50 there, or 6 for $100. So just be wary. If you do buy them, you may have to pay for them again down the line if you update your OS. They've also got these kind of door busting specials in here. You know, these are really, really cheap now. These $149 down to $30. You look, $30 for all of this. For all of these ones, this is pretty, it's like 70% off, 80% off in some cases. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. They are also, I believe, offering a new free plugin as well for Black Friday. And this is, what is it? Well, I don't actually know what it is. It just says, a very exciting brand new plugin. We're giving away 10,000 licenses for free. No idea what it is. It's just a big knob. It says -32 on it. Don't know what that is. But hey, it might pull you in and make you go and get it. If anyone's got it, put it in the comments. Let me know what that is. I need to know. And yes, and as I mentioned, there's all these different bundles that you can get. Now, yeah, Waves have been around for a long time, and they are synonymous with high quality coding. They do sound great, and I know a few people who have worked with Waves and helped develop all of these, and they are very intelligent people and very nice people as well. And I know how much work goes into these products, and they really do care about the sound quality. So definitely worth checking out Waves if you want to get into that world with them. Now, next up is Sonox. Now, Sony Oxford they've been around for a long time, but they've been pretty quiet recently, and I'm hearing rumors that they're about to come back maybe with something new or some new products on the horizon. I mean, we've got a brand new website that suddenly appeared, which is kind of exciting me because these guys know what they're doing in terms of like coding and creating fantastic plugins. So at the moment, we've got prices just from $9.99. We've got Black Friday sale. Save up to 91% on plugin bundles, and this ends 2nd December. 91%. Now we have all of I would certainly recommend the Sony Oxford range, the limiters and the inflator and the reverb. These have been around for a long time, but I know that they are utilized a lot in the industry, and they certainly plugins that I've used and taught people with for a long time, and they are absolutely exceptional. They're kind of new Voca plugin that they brought out. I believe this is kind of the more recent one, which is about vocal processing. And this is reduced down now to $26.99, down from 100 quid. So that's a good, decent saving on that. You know, it's one of those plugins where you put it on and it does it all for you, the compression and the smoothness, and just makes things sound really good with very minimal kind of controls that you need to apply any kind of super effort to, which we're seeing a lot in plugins these days. Now, if you're working in broadcast, you can get all of these Oxford, like the EQ and the dynamics as part of a bundle for £140. That's down from £700 at the moment. There's a mastering bundle that's down from nearly 800 quid to 184.99 as well. So go check out all these different bundles. There's a lot here. What's the Elite bundle? I can't remember. That's down from £900 to 184.99. Wow, fantastic. And yeah, you get all my kind of favorites within that as well. Great work. Definitely go and check out Sony Oxford. Now, next up is another one that I'm a fan of. It's Softube. Again, these are high quality plugins that they've been creating. They're doing up to 67% off at the moment on a lot of their plugins. And you can see them here. So you've got the kind of compressor collection that they do. This is quite a cool little bundle actually. And it's now priced at 119 euros, down from 300 euros. And yeah, within this you get, I think 3 different kind of compressors. Is that right? Is it 3? I can't quite remember now. But they've got into bed with TubeTech and SSL and Chandler and Marshall to kind of give you really, really good emulations, plugin versions of the hardware. And again, they really know what they're doing. These guys are great. Oh yeah, so here we go. So you get the FET compressor Mark II, the Octo, which is I guess like the LA2A, VCA compressor within that as well. Now there's other things that they're offering within, they're calling it Black November within that. So the Overstayer is something you may not have come across. Now Overstayer are these, like, they do these awesome outboard boxes that provide you some really nice kind of saturation and distortion, and but they do it in a way that's just so vibey. I don't know how they do it. It's $89 at the minute. You might want to go check this one out. I don't think a lot of people have talked about this one enough, or people talk about Overstayer stuff enough. I would certainly love all of their range in outboard, but it is quite pricey. So for 89 euros, I mean, that's an absolute bargain. They've got some other things here as well. I was a little bit sad not to see the Modular range discounted. So let's have a look. Yeah, as you can see, their Modular eurorack version that they do here, I think it's full price, but full price at 89 euros is still pretty good value. It does come with some of the standard modules within it that you don't have to buy, but you do if you want some like really interesting stuff like the mutable instrument stuff or the 4MS stuff. You know, let's say for example you want braids, that you do have to buy, which is 45 euros. So there's no discounts on any of their kind of modular stuff, which I think is a real shame, because I think they should scream and shout about just how good their Eurorack modular software sounds. It sounds absolutely fantastic. And I think if they'd have discounted that, I think a lot more people might have looked at it as a price point that they could really afford. Now let's continue to talk about modular a little bit more, because VCVRA, as you know, are another kind of software version of all of this hardware, this lovely hardware, but inside of the computer. And they have released Rack 2, and they have discounted that. It's only $20 off the price, so it's down from $149 to $129, but it's for VCVRA Pro. And it allows you to run it in a DAW. So, and they're also doing 10 to 40% off individual modules as well. Now you do get a lot of free modules within VCVRA. I mean, it's actually, it's mad how much you actually get for free within it. But they are doing, where are they? So 10 to 40% off modules, ends December the 1st. So, oh yes, so we can see discounted ones here. So a lot of the Volt, which I highly recommend, look, they're discounted from $25 down to $18. Oh, all of these that are on this particular page are discounted as well. So you got the drums there from VCVRA as well, some kick drum stuff. You got sequencers as well. So okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, you might want to go and check out VCVRA as well. I use it a lot. It's absolutely great. The other cool thing about VCV is you can also try out a lot of modules from well-known brands out there before you have to go and actually buy them. So yeah, so like Instro and Bafaco and the mutable instrument stuff, you know, they're all there for free. You don't actually have to pay for them. You can try them out, see if you like them, and if you want the hardware version, you go buy them, put it in your rack. Now, staying with the kind of big boys and the well-known brands out there, Eventide are ones that have been around for many years. I mean, they were making hardware ages ago, and their hardware's been used on so many great recordings, and you know, just absolutely fantastic. They are doing 75% off at the moment, and they do well. I've got the I actually have the Anthology bundle, which comes with so many plugins. What are they doing that for? Is that $5.99? Yeah, $5.99 down from $19.99. And this comes with, you know, reverbs and the black hole stuff, and you know, all their kind of pedals, all their harmonizer hardware that they've done, the omnipressor, which is just brutal. I'd like a stereo omnipressor though, please, somebody. You got the Visconti room in there, the H3000 stuff, the Ultra Reverb, yeah, so there's tons in there. They also do a mastering bundle, so if you, obviously $5.99 is quite a lot, but the mastering bundle, which is down to $79 from $199, and you can get a free demo of this. This comes with the newfangled audio Elevate, and within that you've got saturation, and you've got the dynamic, the transient control of things, limiters. So that might be something you want to go and play around with. You can actually get a free demo of this as well before you part with your money. So there's a couple of bundles you might want to check out. So the Anthology, the Mastering, is the H9 plugin series as well. The Clockworks bundle is like their recreations of their old hardware, and that's down to 249 from 499 as well. So yeah, Eventide, I mean, the sound quality is second to none, so you might want to go check these out. Okay, let's talk a little bit about hardware, and I've just chosen the Rolland GUI 2. I had the first one for a bit because it was kind of sold to me as like a polyphonic SH101. And it didn't really sound like that to my ears at all. But this, the GUI 2 comes with some really nice new features on it. It's down to 419 from 622. I believe this is part of the Black Friday, and it's not because of anything else. But you get a couple of LFOs, you've got the effects built into it now as well, 3 oscillators per voice, it's polyphonic, separate ADSR for the filter and for the amplifier as well. So yeah, go check that out if you want to get yourself a semi-reasonable priced hardware synthesizer. That's probably a cool one to go check out for $419. Now here's one for you. Now when I'm looking at Black Friday deals, I'm also looking for sound restoration tools. So this room that I'm actually in here is really reverberant, and I use things like a de-reverber and things to get rid of noise and hum and all that kind of thing. And Isotope, to my mind, they do an absolutely fantastic quality set of plugins for restoration as well. So you might want to go check these guys out. They do the massive bundles like the RX 11, which are like 689 quid. Down from 1,000. I mean, you might not need all of those. They do a standard version as well, which is much cheaper. I have to say, navigating Isotope's website, as much as I love them, I do get a little bit frustrated because you often click on their different products and you expect them to tell you, right, you get this in it, you get this in it, you get this, and you don't. It just kind of tells you some of the features like that, but yeah, okay, what do you get in there? Or maybe it's here, denoise and de-reverb for vocals. Is that it? I'm sure it does more than that. So yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more about that. Again, if you've got an account, log in, see what your upgrade cost is before you start buying anything. There's a lot of deals that you can do here that are coming. So you've got the Ozone stuff as well if you want to use the kind of mastering side of it, I suppose. I think that's what that offers. That's the difference between that and RX as well. So go check out Isotope. They do also have the kind of the Neoverb as well, which is down to 29 quid at the minute, down from 95. I've heard some good things about this. I've not used it. I don't get massively excited about reverb plugins these days. I've just got the ones that I know and trust and use, like Valhalla and things like that. So for me, a reverb's got to do something pretty exciting. I don't know what that would be, but to make me part with some more cash, it's got to do something. But I'm going to go check out this Neoverb because I've heard some interesting things around it. And for those of you as well who might be interested in the kind of stutter edit, so this is the thing that they did with BT. This is version 2. This is now down to 29 quid, saving you 160 quid at the minute. And this is great for like just breaking up, mashing up beats. But try it also on other things that are not beats. You know, try it on vocals, try it on synth lines, bass lines and things like that. You'll get some really interesting results from it. But for 29 quid, that's a bargain. Okay, going back to hardware, Thonk are a really cool eurorack store where you can buy stuff pre-built or ready to be built, which are often a little bit cheaper. And they've got a little Black Friday section going on here where you can buy a full DIY kit here of the Danny Sound oscillator. It's down to 148 quid at the minute, down from 214. So that's pretty cool. And if you need any kind of push buttons, or if anyone out there needs some chips, if you're into that world, and I know a lot of people are a lot more cleverer than me, then this is the place for you. You know, even things like wire strippers that they do, and power supplies and that kind of thing. But they also have this drum bundle here as well, which is on sale at the minute. There's about, what's that, about 40, 50 quid off that or something. There's this mixer here, it's down to 109 quid as well. There's Doppio as well by 3-ton Modular. I've just got one of those myself, can do a video on that shortly. That's 9 quid off, but I mean 81 quid for a kind of stereo, kind of distortion-y module. That's pretty good value in my opinion. And yeah, you've got things like resonator, a triple resonator here, down to 73 pounds. Yeah, there's a lot of pages. I haven't been through it all. You know, if you want to upgrade some of the knobs on your modules and make them look differently, you know, there's every different kind of knob you can imagine on this website, and a lot of them are discounted. So head over to Thonk and yeah, treat yourself to something. If you need something to do over the Christmas holidays, get your soldering iron out and build your first module. Now the next one is Loop Cloud. And I have favoured this one. I've been using this one for a while, and I think it's kind of along the lines of Splice in a way. I haven't really used Splice myself, and that's because I think I used Loop Cloud before I got to Splice. But this offers you essentially a cloud full of sounds and presets and beats and you name it. And you load it up into your DAW and you can search for different things, and you literally audition them from the cloud, and then you download them, put them into your tracks, and you can use them. And yeah, it's pretty cool. They've got some offers on at the moment. There's 3 different kind of flavors: Artist, Studio and Professional. And the Studio's down to 60 quid now, down from 100 quid. And that will give you annually 3,600 sounds that you can access and use. 50 gigabyte of cloud storage. You get your synchronized plugin that works within your DAW, and you also get 10 free plugins at the moment. Now, I don't know what they are. Is this it? Isotope Nectar Elements? Oh, okay, so look, this gets you into the isotope world. We just talked about isotope. This gets you into there. The IK Multimedia Tape Machine, a few other things in there as well. So that's pretty cool. That's not bad. 10 free different plugins. They all seem to do different things as well. So you might want to check that out. If you want to go for the Pro one, you get access to more sounds basically, and you get more cloud storage as well. So they're all royalty free. I really like the interface. It's very quick to search. You can try things at different BPMs, and you can also search for things by key that you're working in as well. So yeah, it's a great piece of software, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And yeah, it's saved me a few times when I've just needed some inspiration, or if I'm writing something for Moving Image and I'm looking for a particular vibe that's very intentional, then I can use some of the things that this comes with. So go check out Loop Cloud. Now, nearly there, but this one you'll have seen me do a video on before. It's called Beat Scholar by Modular, and this is designed to kind of do rhythm slicing and that you might apply to drums and come up with like complex beats and things. Now, I did a video on this where I actually used it to make rhythms for my modular. So I was basically using like the cut up and the dicing of the different steps and the rhythms to trigger envelopes and to open VCAs in like really weird patterns, and it worked really well. So it was a case of like misusing this piece of software for what it's intended for. Now this is down from $99 down to $49, so that it's pretty cheap. You might want to go check it out. It's a very interesting plugin and really interesting and simple to use interface. As you can see here, what it does is it steps through each of the steps, and you can divide each step up into multiple divisions and play around with the timing per step. It's pretty crackers. Very well thought out and very easy to use. So go check out Beat Scholar. I think they're also doing some deals on some of their other products. Let's have a look. Yep, so they do drums, they do a really interesting ARP as well, a chorus, kind of bit crusher kind of thing, and they do some bundles as well. So definitely go check out their website, Modular. Now, one that's quite close to my heart, as you know, if you've seen my live streams, is Bitwig. And I've been using this for a long time now, and it's a fantastic DAW, and it just gets better and better. You basically pay for a year of updates. So every time there's an update, you get that for free for a whole year. After that year, you don't get any more updates unless you pay for another year of updates essentially. But if you don't do that, you can continue to use the software where you sort of left off, whatever state it's in, and you still get access to everything that they've got. They will give you free bug fixes as well. So if there's a bug that comes along, of course they'll give you that for free within that. Now they are doing, yeah, I think it's about 100 quid off the 3 different flavors that they do: Essentials, Producer, and the Studio. Obviously the Studio gives you more access to more of the instruments and less limits of what they do. And yeah, I'd highly recommend this. If you're not familiar or haven't jumped on the Bitwig bandwagon yet, go check it out. It's very, very interesting. The fact that it's also got the grid into it was a thing that made me really jump into it, because it makes it so easy to kind of build your own sequences and really interesting things within the grid. And I'm always kicking stuff in and out of the modular from Bitwig and vice versa over a DC couple sound card. And so yeah, go check that out. They also do an education discount, just like some of the other software companies out there. So again, go check out that, see if you can get that education discount if you're a student or if you work at a university or something, because that's down from £229 down to £169 at the moment. So that's Bitwig. Now, nearly there. Just the last thing that I want to talk about is if you are looking for really good deals on a wide range of plugins, you might want to go check out Plugin Boutique. It's like the biggest plugin shop on the internet, basically, where you can browse and see so many Black Friday deals and sales that are on from everyone and anyone. You can see it here, and you can see all these different prices that you get. And if you've got an account and you've been purchasing plugins through them, you also get discounts as you go along and things. They're also doing this. They've got Sonox on here. They've got the FabFilter plugins as well, 25% off. They've got UAD stuff if you want to get into that world as well. So they're doing it up to 80% off on the UAD stuff. They've got the Sonox stuff on there, as I mentioned. So as I say, this is like your supermarket for pretty much every sort of brand out there of plugins. Not all of them are on there, but I mean, check out all of these. There's so many. So yeah, this is a great place to come and see what deals you can get at Plugin Boutique. And this one, the last one that I'll finish on, is again looking at hardware and software, but the hardware is a pretty good deal here with Native Instruments. So at the minute they've got this, they call it Cyber Season going on, and you can get 50% off at the minute on a lot of their stuff. So for example, the Reactor Synth bundle, so that's down to £179, yeah, down from nearly £1,000. And you get Reactor 6 in that, you get Blocks, which is great. Blocks is basically their kind of modular kind of stuff, and you get Contour and Monarch, and Monarch's their kind of Moog emulation. Razor's really good. So you get all of that in there. But in terms of the hardware, I was really happy to see things like Machine was reduced quite a lot as well. So down from, so if you want a micro, it's down from 219 to 169 at the minute. And the main flagship one, the Machine Plus, is down over £1,000, down to £139. So yeah, you might want to go check that out. If you want to get into kind of DJ software stuff, I mean, that is down to 90 quid now, and Traktor's a lot of fun. If you want to like do some Christmas party DJing and stuff, Traktor's really good for that. You only need that and a MIDI controller. So yeah, go check out Native Instruments as well and see what you can get on there. So there you go, they're my kind of top picks out there. If you was watching this video hoping to see a load of discount on Eurorack stuff, I have to say I haven't seen too much out there in the actual hardware land of people doing a lot of deals and sales out there. And you know, I guess that's because they've got different overheads and different price points and different margins that they have to consider. I know some of them may be doing free shipping out there, like Play All Day with their Play Fader. They were doing free shipping on theirs at the moment. But other than that, I haven't really seen too much out there. So if any of you have seen any cool Eurorack stuff that is really discounted other than the things that we saw on Thonk, put it in the comments below and I'll have a look at those, and maybe I'll do a separate video on them. But for now, thanks for watching this video. Hope you found it interesting. Do hit the like, subscribe, the thumbs up, all of that. It helps the channel grow even more. And I'll be back very soon with some more videos. Bye for now.